Hey guys, it's Jess from All Done Dancing. It has been a hot minute since I have made a video. I just filmed this exact video and subject matter, but realized my hamper was right behind me, and so there was a lot of just dirty clothes, so I'm gonna try this again. Obviously you don't know what's on that video, so I don't know why I'm saying this. I just wanted to give a brief update. I know it's been a long time since I've posted anything. I think my last video was just me sharing the recording of me speaking at the National Convention last summer, so like last August, and now it's the end of June, so it has been a hot minute since I've done anything. I just wanted to talk a bit about nerve pain and kind of what I've done over the years and now kind of the journey I'm starting. So over the years, I didn't really know that the pain I was feeling was nerve pain. I thought it was like an ill-fitting socket. Maybe my leg was falling asleep, like maybe I was sitting down for too long. I think that was kind of it. I didn't really realize like that's what phantom pain is or what kind of nerve pain is for an amputee. So it just kind of feels like intense electrical pulses at the end of my residual limb, and it is really distracting. It's been really distracting the last like 5 days, so that's why this whole video is coming about. I'm kind of trying a new treatment process, I guess. So I haven't ever taken pills daily for anything in my life. I mean, I guess I took the birth control pill in high school, which is not relevant, but I'm just saying I'm not good at remembering to take a pill. So that's all that was about. The only pills I've kind of taken with any consistency in my adulthood would be antibiotics, and I'm basically immune to all of them at this point. And even those I would get pretty bad about taking. Like at the beginning, I would take like the doses as needed, and then I would forget that I was taking them because they are so intense and strong on my like GI system. Like it was a lot to deal with. But yeah, so this will be the first time I'm taking pills daily. I am going to be taking gabapentin. I've never taken anything for nerve pain specifically. We are titrating up, so we are starting at a very low dose for a week. So for 1 week, I'm taking one pill. Starting next week, I will take 2 pills, and right now I'm just going to be taking it at night to see how they affect me, if they, make me drowsy or sleepy. I know from when I had reconstructive surgery, when I was taking pain pills, so any sort of like opioid that I was taking, I know a lot of people who have had like other surgeries, like in my friend group, said it made them like nauseous or really sleepy, and for me, the pain pills kind of dulled all my pain, and I was able to focus on things I needed to focus on, which is what I'm hoping is the situation with gabapentin. If I'm going to be taking it during the day, I don't want it to make me drowsy or kind of dulled. I need to be sharp. I'm like a therapist in a pretty like high-paced situation. I don't want to be the one sitting there kind of like having to really think hard about like what I'm doing. So this is a big jump for me. I'm pretty like holistic in what I put in my body as far as medicine goes. I'm pretty not resistant to medication, but I have a lot of adverse effects to medication. For instance, I'm allergic to allergy pills. I'm allergic to anti-nausea, and I'm allergic to any sort of cold and flu medication. It kind of activates in me like a rapid heartbeat. For a pill that's supposed to last like 4 to 6 hours, those symptoms of like the racing thoughts and rapid heartbeat last for about 18 to 24 hours, so it's pretty intense. I'm hoping that's not how I respond to gabapentin. I can always go back to my doctor and we can figure something else out, but I'm just hoping for the time being that this kind of assists with my nerve pain. So now, previously in the job I had before I had my own office, I was able to kind of like take my prosthesis off quick, tap the site. I don't know how many of you are familiar with nerve pain, but as it's happening, like the nerve pulses, you're supposed to tap pretty rapidly and kind of confuse the nerves and kind of have them stop like sending these electrical pulses. So I was able to do that quick in my office by myself. Now I'm in what we call a bullpen at my office. So I share an office with 4 other people, and I'm right by a window to the parking lot. So I'm not taking off my prosthesis in the office. We don't have a bathroom like within our side of the building. And the bathroom we do have is shared with consumers. So it's not as private as before. but it is what it is. So now dealing with these like electrical nerve impulses, it's been really difficult to sleep at night. And now they're happening while I'm at work, while I'm trying to focus on a meeting, while I'm trying to talk to a consumer about their crisis or their, their life. And I'm trying to not focus on my own like pain or discomfort or just general like annoyance of like not being able to kind of scratch an itch, which is what it feels like. I'm not able to like touch the area that needs to be touched. And so I'm hoping these pills kind of help out in the realm that like over time it will just dull these like nerve pulse situations, because it is real intense. I have a pretty high pain tolerance. Like, I have had open sores for long periods of time and that doesn't bother me, but these like nerve pulse things are really getting to me. So I finally bit the bullet and asked my doctor, like, what can we do about this? I did a little bit of like reading up on the Amputee Coalition site, like what people are taking for nerve pain, and I always thought like that's weird. Why would you take something every day? But it's also something no one's ever told me was an option. Not that somebody else needs to tell me this, but I don't know. It never occurred to me that I could also be taking something for nerve pain. Up until this point, I have taken just acetaminophen. Before the acetaminophen, I was taking naproxen sodium, so Aleve, and the Aleve really did a number on like my GI tract. Like, my stomach lining was kind of, not to be graphic, but this is going to be graphic, it kind of ate away my stomach lining. It made it so I was constantly losing my voice. I was constantly like hiccuping after eating, so it like ruined kind of the lining of my throat and my stomach. So I can no longer take Aleve at all, which is too bad, because that is something I could get over the counter. What else have I taken? Oh, at night, at my local like just like co-op here down the street, I've purchased a supplement called Muscle Relax, and it is just hops in a pill. So basically it's like me drinking a beer without having to drink a beer, and it kind of just helps me go to sleep and stay asleep. But I can't take that for work, so when I need to be focusing, I'm not able to focus solely on things. Like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, this is really painful. When can I get to the bathroom to fix my leg? Or I do a lot of driving in the community to go out and meet consumers. So if I'm in the car, it's even harder. If someone's in the car with me, that makes it even 10 times more difficult. So I'm resorting, and I shouldn't even say it like that. I'm going to be working on taking gabapentin, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, I hope, in this video. For the nerve pain, we are titrating up until we find a level that works for me. Yeah, I guess I kind of asked about symptoms or side effects, not symptoms, side effects of taking gabapentin, and really the only thing is it could cause drowsiness, and it could cause like dizziness and maybe an upset stomach. So I'm just going to be taking it at night before bed with maybe a light snack. Just to make sure it's not on an empty stomach, because I can be pretty sensitive. Again, as I mentioned before, my body has pretty like reverse effects on a lot of medications. So not that I'm allergic, but it has adverse like reactions to things. So I've been pretty holistic in what I've put in my body. And again, as I said before, the only thing I've really taken over the years is antibiotics and some pain meds, but I don't need to be taking pain meds for a nerve issue. So I guess if anyone would be interested, I might kind of just keep track of it, just for my own sake of like, here's what happened this week of starting gabapentin. Like, I noticed the symptoms are gone, or I notice these side effects. I don't know if that'd be interesting. I guess this is more for me than for other people, maybe. I don't know. More of a diary, I guess. But otherwise, my legs have been doing pretty well. I had to go in last week to get my upper corset on the right leg, the right prosthesis fixed. A rivet came out of the, I don't know if it was the hinge or what holds the corset in place, but that came out, so my leg was kind of swaying, and so we fixed that. And in like 2 weeks, I will go in to kind of update cupboards, because they squish over time, so they're kind of just, they look slightly different. It's not very noticeable to other people, but to me and my prosthetist person, we notice it, so we're gonna update it. I'm hoping he stops asking me to make new legs, as I've only had these for a year and like 4 months now, so I need to keep these for a while. They were very, very expensive. But if anyone has any questions or any like tips about what happened when they took gabapentin, or kind of things they noticed with their residual limb, if they've had like either phantom pain or nerve pain. Oh, and I want to say that my doctor today offered to do occupational therapy with mirrors to alleviate my phantom pain. But I am a bilateral amputee, so there's nothing to mirror. I don't remember ever using my actual legs. This happened let's see, I had my second birthday in the hospital, so I don't remember having my limbs fully. I know this is my life. This is how I know it. So I thought it was kind of adorable that I was like teaching a doctor something, maybe that she didn't realize. I mean, I didn't want to make her feel like stupid or anything, but I thought it was kind of interesting that she thought that would work, and I wish it would. Like, it would be nice to see like my other leg is here, but also where I'm feeling the nerve thing, it doesn't feel like out of body. So, and it doesn't feel like lower down my leg. Like, does it feel like it's in your foot? I don't know. I don't know what it feels like to have a foot, which is a weird thing to say, but I don't know what that feels like. Yeah, so I thought that was kind of cute. So that's why we ultimately went ahead with like a very low dose of gabapentin, and we're gonna work from there. We're gonna be in touch over like my clinic's, whatever, my chart. I don't know what it's called all over the world, but so basically I can email my doctor in a safe like online portal, and she can get back to me in a pretty timely manner, or a nurse can get back to me and answer some questions that I have. But yeah, I think I'm going to chronicle this. I'm going to try to make more videos. I don't want to promise anything, because then I don't do anything for 9 months and I feel kind of bad. But this is where we're at. I'm going to try some medication. I'm going to set some reminders. I'm going to put them next to my bed maybe, so I know like, oh yeah, it's time to take your gabapentin and kind of make your legs feel better. So I guess we'll see how this goes. But thank you for watching, and hopefully I won't be 9 months in the future making my next video. But either way, it's been great talking to you, and until next time, see ya!